Que lo que, Knicks fans? Wow, it's been a while, but after that rough Knicks season, who didn't need a break? But we back here. You already know the vibes. Triple M in the building. Gotta talk Knicks. Gotta get back on this Knicks fans wild, and we are back. And a lot of talk about, a lot of trade rumors, a lot of draft prospects. Knicks get the 11th overall pick. What are they gonna do? Trade up? Trade back? A lot of questions, and of course, I got to bring the gang in here with me to find out these questions, and we need the answers. First up, we got the guy, my boy Don Juan, in the building. What's good, bro?
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? It's good to be back. Finally talking Knicks. We were getting entertained with these playoffs, but lottery draft came through. We got our pick in. Now we got to see what we're gonna do. A lot of prospects that we need to get to scouting. Because I mean, honestly, we're looking forward to these playoffs. I really wasn't doing my scouting, doing my homework on the side, but we're hitting our 11th pick. Yeah, some rumors here and there, but I like my team. I like what we got built. Let's see what we got with this 11th pick and build on here, man. But let's let's get this show on the road, baby. Come on, it's been a while.
Let's get it. Yeah, man. A lot of homework to do, and we're gonna bring it. We're gonna bring it. Let's have fun today. And we got six man of the year. We didn't forget him. We hope it's not quickly. We used to name him Emmanuel quickly, but we want quickly to start. So we gotta see who's gonna be the six man of the year next year. D Rose. We got ZBO. What's good, man? How you been?
My guys, bro, I'm good, man. I'm good. Miss y'all boys, man. This is
Yeah, it's been a while.
been a long time coming, man. And honestly, we got a full hill like that. To be to that of
Damn, Zebo got a choppy, very choppy in Ohio right now. Zebo, fix it up, man. Clean it up out there, bro.
Can you hear me?
Clean up your.
A little choppy, man. Might
You
have to
frozen. Clean.
connect to the second Wi-Fi in the crib.
Crazy, absolutely crazy, Ohio. And of course, man, we got last year. We talked to this man before the draft, and he kind of laid out the blueprint, what to do, what to say, what was popping, and now we got to bring my boy back after this year's draft. He got a lot to say. It's my guy, State, in the building. What's going on, State?
Yo, what's up, brother?
What up, bro, man?
Yo,
This continue from Twitter again. I don't know who's hating on my boy right now, but they gotta stop. The hating gotta stop, man. Got the whole hospital gear out. State, I need you to tell Twitter what's going on, bro. Tell Twitter what's going on, bro. Tell them who's hating on you right now. Who's hating?
Nah, I don't know, man. It happens, man. I'll be back. First game, next summer league.
Breaking news: State will be back. First game of the summer league. You heard it here first on Knicks fans Wallet. And bro, when you come back, please don't go into the chat, man. You say you're not going into the chat, and I see you in the chat. Don't go back into that chat.
That's not why. I don't think that's why I got suspended.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, like, dude, like I don't be liking some people replies. So,
Respectfully,
Hey.
respectfully.
Yo, yeah, can you hear
Apparently,
me now?
Elon
You
Musk is
good?
not a Knicks fan. That's what I heard.
Yeah, man. But it's good to have you back, State. And yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's talk about the New York Knicks getting the 11th pick. I mean, before the year, we all thought playoffs 45 wins, 50 wins, 55 wins, everything. And the season went spiraling out of control. We got a whole list of people to blame: Julius Randle, Tom Thibodeau, the veterans, Burks, Noel, Kemba Walker. It was a complete shit show for the 2021-22 Knicks season. But here we are. The Knicks get to reset, refresh. The 11th pick, you would have wanted top four, but Knicks got no lottery luck. So we're going to start here, man. Let's talk about this 11th pick. And let's talk about what the Knicks should do with it. What do you feel like the Knicks should do with it here way early in the process? So everything is just premature. But I'm going to start with you, Don Juan. What should the Knicks do with that 11th pick?
Man, that 11th pick, bro. You know what's funny? Before I even break it down, I was trying to see the chances of us moving up, playing around with this simulator, and man, that those chances, those percentages, those odds, man, those are really true, man. I thought we would somehow sneak in. Yeah, we don't got the luck or whatnot, but I'm like, you know what? Maybe there's a chance. And I tried, bro. I think I tried like 10 times, and we either moved back or stood at 11. So those
Right.
odds are serious, man. 77% chance of staying at with 11, and we got it. But man, honestly, with the 11th pick, I think we should stay there, stay humble. We don't need to move up and swing for the fences. As we can see, we're not at the top tier. These guys like the Bucks, like the Celtics, like the Heat, those guys are real tough to compete. And even if we, let's say, take a swing at going for a big piece, we're not gonna be at that level just yet. So we gotta remain patient. I think we still gotta build our base. Kind of get a rotation going, and let's see what we got. 11 with the 11th pick, there isn't any home run hitters, I would say, but there's some pieces that we can add to the rotation. Maybe not right away. You know how Tibbs is; you don't really play with the young guys right away either. So I would say, just add another guy to the team, see if we could develop him. As you can see, guys have been growing and developing. Maybe not at the pace that we all want, but the players have been growing. So we add another guy that has that pedigree, whether it's to play defense, another wing, a big that
Okay.
could be another rotational player later on in maybe a year or two. We could build some here, man. But I wouldn't trade it just yet. Let's just see what falls down, and let the dices roll.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Zebo, what you think, real quick? 11th pick.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, bro, I feel like we should stay put. There's no reason.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, bro, there's no reason to go ahead and, trade that pick to go up. And just looking at this draft, to be honest with you, other than the top three picks, everyone pretty much else has questions. So I don't really see the need in, and go ahead and swinging for the fences and going for something that's honestly we just don't really know. And that's the thing. Like it's honestly, bro, I compared it like a blind date. Like you just don't really know until they're on the court. So yeah, man, just honestly, I think we should just hold it down with the pick. Fill whatever needs that we obviously need, and then yeah, just go from there. But yeah, no, there's no reason to go ahead and do anything crazy, honestly.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And State, before you go, man, let me tell you, I gotta apologize to you because I thought you was wilding with the Julius Randle slander last year. And
Nah,
quick
no, he wasn't.
plug-in,
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't, bro.
quick
You good? You
plug-in.
good?
If you
You
need an
good?
almighty fourth seed, hit me up. Because if State is not on Twitter, you can still hit me up. I'll send him straight to the DM or get my brother on Instagram. That almighty fourth seed is the perfect slogan. I mean, we was all hyped last year. And let me tell you, State was on it, man. Shout out to my brothers Jay from Florida and Ari from Manhattan. They was on it
Shout
too.
out
We
to them.
all thought y'all was wilding. But the toxic boys, we had to say was correct. Now we want to trade Julius Randle for an unknown prospect. I seen people trade him to the Blazers for the seventh pick. We don't know who the heck is on this. We don't know nothing. That people are just wilding, man. State was on the money. So State, we need your little crystal ball to come back. What should the Knicks do with that 11th pick?
Nah, trade up.
Trade up?
Mm.
Okay.
That's it. Like, well, it sounds cool to stay at 11, but trade up. They've been too conservative past 2 years. They blow them out. They want to stay in pat. Last year, you get the fourth seed, and your gift was Evan Fournier. He's trash. Alec Burks, he's trash. Randall, he resigned. Now he's trash. So it's like, get the 11th pick, and that's my reward for the fourth seed. And I'm missing out on blue chip prospect after blue chip prospect. But luckily, the Knicks draft well late. So Quinn Grimes,
McBride.
IQ, all those boys, they saving them right now. So for me, I would like to trade up. And I've been said like swap with send Randall to Portland because I know Portland got chopped cheeses over there. You're gonna love it over there. And we could get the seventh pick, and I don't give a damn what else come with the seventh pick. We could do that. But
Yeah.
I just need his energy off the team. Now, as far as the 11th pick, you got Klay Thompson. Well, I ain't gonna mention Myers Leonard because he's the R word. You got Michael Carter Williams, rookie of the year, cool. Doug McDermott, he's a good rotational piece, cool. Miles Turner,
Mhm.
cool. DeMontis Sabonis, cool. Malik Monk, he broke out this year, cool. Shea Gilgis Alexander, future All Star, he's cool. Cameron Johnson, rotational player, he's cool. Devin Vassell, 12, 4, and like 2 on great percentages, he's cool. James Booknight to be determined. So
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
if he's
there's value at 11, and like
right,
you mentioned, they draft well.
Mm-hmm.
they draft
True.
well. So I'm like for me, just draft a wing. It
Right.
depends on May 30th. I don't know if y'all know on May 30th, but May 30th is the day when we got to make a decision on Mitchell Robinson. And if he chooses to walk, then draft a big. But if he don't choose to walk, then draft a wing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I completely agree.
it's
Yeah,
gonna be March 30th, so that's the day. May 30th. I did not know that.
Yeah,
The day before Memorial Day or
yeah,
on Memorial Day.
yeah. Oh, and y'all, I know you seen the Did you see the combine measurements for well, pause, but for Dyson Daniels and those guys? Yo,
Yeah, let me go. Let me talk about Dyson Daniels real quick. That's the first prospect. I mean, it's a long way. We're gonna touch a lot on prospects, but let's talk about Daniels before State gives you his measurements. So Dyson Daniel is a guard. He played point guard this year, but he's extremely tall, 6'7". He's a highly touted guard, top international prospect. He's from Australia. Dyson Daniels from Australia. He played 14 games in the G League. He averaged 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 4.4 assists in 31 minutes. Here is the downside, though. Daniel shot 25.5% from the three-point line, 73% from the free throw line, 45% from the field. So he's a big guard. He could see over people. Not so flashy, but he could guard 1 through 4. And I didn't get his measurements. You got his measurements right there in front of you?
I think he's 6'7". He's 6'7" and a half without shoes
Phew.
officially. So in shoes, you don't play basketball without shoes on. So he's 6'8".
okay.
Yeah, but it comes down to the no shooting part again. The New York Knicks seem to always get into this no
Wait,
shooting.
hold on. Can I stop you real quick? Can you please not be? Don't be an efficiency cop, please.
It's
Don't
not
don't
an
don't
efficiency.
be that. Don't be the efficiency cop, right? If he could get better, that's all. If there's stories about his work ethic and we know he could get better, then we shouldn't have to worry about the shooting 25%. Because AJ Griffin shoot 45% from three in college,
He's automatic.
Nah, I
but he
agree.
might not be automatic in the NBA. So just
Mm-hmm.
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like shooting that's something you can develop. Like if you really put, I mean, if you really put the work in, like I really feel like that. I really feel like that can improve after a while. I mean, look at Lonzo Ball. Like there's been dudes that just wasn't very great shooters, and then obviously, I mean, that's part of the game now. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but I don't want to be an efficiency cop, but time out. We are bitching on Julius Randle all day. What was his problem this year? He averaged 20, 10, and 5. His efficiency, his energy was all off. So those are all things that we have to consider. That
I,
energy is a huge
But
factor.
that's not teachable though. That's not something. That's
You
something.
just
That's
said you just said shooting is teachable.
shooting is teachable, but not you having an attitude and not you wanting
All
to
right, I'll
not
give
you
you
wanting to
that.
lash
I'll
out
give
on
y'all that.
people.
I'll give y'all that.
yeah,
I'll
I'm
give
It's
not.
y'all
teachable at like 10 years old, but not when you're a grown ass man.
Yeah, not you a grown ass man.
You
Like,
got
come
your
on.
mom,
But let me
trying to
ask
tell you
y'all
something. But
something.
yeah.
All right, so let me start with you, Don Juan. Daniels. Uh, I don't know if you've seen him a lot, but is that a prospect that interests you off the
It's
top of your head?
intriguing. It's intriguing considering that he's a playmaker. He could he could handle the ball. He's not crossing people over and whatnot. But the fact that he's a playmaker, and if we do have Randall still on the team, we need to find
Uh-oh.
a way to keep the ball out of his hands. So if we could find somebody that could create offense for everybody else and make this offense flow a little easier instead of just an ISO game that we always seem to always get stuck on every now and then. I think it works. And plus, we need players that are unselfish on this team, and and I think just adding a guy like that would help. But Mario said earlier, man, I'm not a fan of the fact that he cannot create space for the rest of the team, and I think we need players that can do that. But let's see. At the end of the day, if he has good work ethic, he could work on that and develop a jump shot. I'm not a type of person that likes to put a cap on players. I always think the sky's the limit until it's not. So let's just see what we could get. The guy's young. He he gambled on himself going into the G League. It's pretty hard to come from Australia and make a name for yourself. And the dude is clearly he's willing to work and do what he got to do.
Yeah, I mean, the guy from ESPN called him a future star. But
Mm,
just the Knicks haven't had much luck with people from overseas, man. Like it's just Frank Ntilikina, the KPs of the world. I mean, they did their thing, but they haven't stuck here in New York.
nah, that's a fact. That is
So
a
we,
fact. And then and you got Ben Simmons, who really hasn't put a good name on Australian players either. So
hey,
at the end of the
Josh
pressure,
Giddey's bringing it back. Josh Giddey's bringing it back.
uh
19-year-old dropped a triple double in New York, but. Let's hear State. You
oh.
already said the efficiency cop. So Dyson Daniels, 6'7", big, tall guard. You said you wanted a guard. Is somebody like that overseas player will interest you?
Yeah, I wanted LaMelo Ball. You can't teach 6'8",
Yeah,
so I'm all in on Dyson Daniels.
yeah,
Um,
that's a good point. It's a great point. 6'8". What about you, Zebo? What you thinking?
I mean, nah, he has a good fit for the game. I did see highlights of him, and a lot of people actually are very high on him. But I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm like, I think with this draft, I'm more of the mindset of let's try to fill out whatever needs we need. And I'll be honest with y'all, I don't expect Mitchell Robinson to be here. I think he's gonna walk. I think he's gonna go out and get that bag somewhere. I don't think whatever Detroit or whatever one of these teams is gonna probably offer him. I don't think the Knicks is gonna
All right,
offer him.
sticking to that subject. What do you think about if Mitchell Robinson walks?
If he walks, I think we should pick a big man. I think we should pick a big man. I know a lot of people are high on the center from Baylor. I forgot his name just
Mark
fell.
Williams?
Yeah, him, and then
Yeah,
the other dude I'm really high on is the dude from
That's from
Memphis,
Duke,
Jalen Durant. He's
Jalen
he's
Durant.
he's gonna be.
Jalen
I think he's
Duran.
gonna be a problem. Six
yeah,
eleven,
Same.
good for. He actually can pass. He actually has a way better skill set than Mitchell Robinson. He is very athletic, so he can catch the lob. He's active, can pass the ball if he needs to. He is a little turnover prone, but yeah, bro, the two 3 games I did see him play though, he honestly like you can automatically tell he affected the whole game the whole time. So I mean, I'm of the mindset that if there is, I mean, right now, I mean, we have to think about it too, though. I feel like this season, Emmanuel quickly. I think Tibbs has given him that trust factor where I think he's going to give him a little bit more burn. I mean, I heard that
starter.
in different interviews and stuff like that, like Tibbs is actually pretty high on quickly, to be honest with you. So I think he's gonna be the one that's gonna be that that's definitely gonna be given a little bit more freedom. So yeah, I mean I'm of the mindset with that 11 pick. If we end up losing Mitch, let's pick up a big man.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, it'll be a huge L because we should have traded him at the trade deadline or done something else. If we lose Mitchell Robinson for nothing, it's just a disappointment in this front office. I mean, everybody was joking that Leon Rose was sleeping through the trade deadline, and is it true? I mean, come on, like the only deal that we heard was close was trading Cam Reddish for undisclosed first round picks. Um, if we wasn't high on Mitch, his max is what 14 to 16 mil. So if we was not gonna sign him for that, it was trying to lowball him. We should have just got rid of him at the trade deadline and see what we could have got for him. It would be a huge L if Mitchell Robinson just walks. But at the same time, when you're looking at prospects like Daniels and we know RJ Barrett and we know that we need some spacing on the floor. So we just can't have all these guys trying to clog up the lane. So let's see, man. May 30th is a huge date. I did not know that.
Yeah, and
At
also
state.
real quick, just real quick, I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I'm still low key. I'm still monitoring that Jalen Brunson. Like I know he's right now. I know right now he's killing. Well, I mean, game one of the Warriors, he was trash, but the whole playoffs in general though, he's been killing those. So I am monitoring that situation closely. I wasn't really too big on Jalen Brunson, but I ain't gonna lie though, the way he's been dogging these playoffs, just giving that little bit of freedom when Luka was out, I'm like, okay, I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, for sure. State. What you thinking about Mitchell Robinson staying or leaving? What you gotta say?
Brock Aller wanted to trade Mitch during the trade deadline, but Tom Thibodeau ruled he won out that battle. That's the only reason why Mitchell Robinson is still a Knick is because of Tibbs.
Is this a confirmed case?
Yeah, Brock Aller, go read it up, bro. Brock Aller
I'm gonna read
was
it.
the guy who he like him and his camp, it was people in him and his camp, Nick Brass, they wanted to deal with Mitchell Robinson at the trade deadline. And there was a rumor that Detroit wanted Mitch. And
Yeah, yeah.
the reason why they was going to deal him because they didn't know the cap situation. So, but Tibbs said nah. Tibbs dubbed him on that, and Tibbs ruled him out. So that's why Mitch is still a Knick. So if
Yeah.
Tibbs is the coach, I think Mitch not is not going to walk. But here's my thing: if you sign Mitch to 16 million or whatever you sign him to, you gotta you gotta trade 30. You can't have 16 million and 29 million in the front court, and both of them is mid. Like, especially like your money allocation, you go get a wing. Like you can use that money in other areas of need or a point guard. So they got
Facts.
to figure that out. Um,
Yeah, I agree. I would agree, Don Juan. What you think about Mitchell Robinson possibly walking out free agency?
It's tough because I mean you
So
kind of
hold up. I don't know if anybody knows if he could jump on. So on May 30th, if they don't extend them or pick him up, what happens? Like, does he just can he not even sign at all? Or
no, I'm pretty sure they could sign him. It's just he's now like free for the market. Right now they pretty much could talk they could get a
okay,
contract without like they could work behind closed doors with him.
all right,
When
got
May
it.
30th hits, it's free game. Everybody could talk to him. He could talk to us
Oh, they
if
could
he
do like a
wants
verbal
to.
agreement type, of thing.
Well, obviously he got to sign after the signing period
Right,
begins,
right.
but it's just after that point he can't extend. Like right now they could extend his contract, sign a deal, but after that everybody could hit him up. I'm pretty sure at the end of the day everybody's tampering, so there's no really restrictions. But if they really want to sign him, they could do it officially prior to that free agency
right,
period
right now,
beginning.
right now, Mitch is currently not a Nick. So we'll see. We'll see after May 30th. This is why I would like to see one of the main reasons why I would like to deal 30 is because you got to reset
One.
one of the trillion reasons why you got to reset the cap. You got to reset paint when paint. You got to pay certain players at certain positions. Now, Obi Toppin, you don't got to pay him until next season or the season after.
Hmm.
Randall, his contract is about to kick in. Are you going? There's no way in hell the Knicks is not paying RJ Barrett this summer. So if that's the case, y'all got to figure out that 30 situation. So I would try to deal him to Portland for the 7th pick, and I would try to keep the 11th pick. I don't know how the Knicks going to do that.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
I
If
mean,
Game
how desperate is Portland?
real desperate. My superstar, 32 years old, and he talking about he don't want to leave. Why would he wait for the 7th overall pick to
Nah,
develop?
that is a fact. That is a fact. And you saw his face in the lottery, man. He was not happy when they got the seventh pick. So he is not settling for that. And they honestly, I don't even think they have enough picks either to be trading away. So they definitely gonna have to come up with something. And if Randall is that low hanging fruit that they're gonna have to settle with, I mean, by all means, they're gonna have to take a swing. But let's see, man. But then let's go back to that Mitch case, man. It saddens me because he could really just walk for nothing, and that's what sucks. At the end of the day, like you know, realistically, contract situation, that decision should be heading into the season. You're already thinking about what we got to do, not wait till the last minute and decide. And if he walks, it is what it is. Like Ant said, like Zebo said, man, I wouldn't mind just settling with a big man in the draft. It's just at that point we're not starting a rookie either at center, and we're not starting Sims at center either. So then now we gotta either start Noel or sign
Oh,
another big man. And there's not really much out there in free agency. I haven't really looked either, but we cannot have Noel out there. Noel should even be on this team come opening day. And who knows, man? I wouldn't give Mitch that contract. I prefer to just do a sign and trade, try to see if we could get something back in return. Maybe work out a deal that maybe that's the way we get Jalen Brunson on the team. I'm not the biggest fan of his. I would try to look for something a little cheaper in the Tyus Jones route. but we're limited in the point guard options in free agency too. There's not really much point guards in this draft either, so it's a real tricky situation that we're in right now. Considering that we are in the, like State mentioned, the cap is pretty tight. We got money on Randall, we got a lot of money invested in Fournier, so we do have to reset. I do agree with that. We have to like shift around this money and prioritize certain positions. At the end of the day, like the NBA, this modern NBA, we gotta pay the wing and we gotta pay our wings and guards and
That's a real
most
score.
yeah, the Miami can cook. But the money is mainly allocated on the wings and guards, and most of our money is kind of in Fournier and Randall. So we do need to make we can't commit this contract to Mitchell Robinson, but we gotta pay RJ Barrett, and then who knows, maybe we gotta pay Reddish depending on what he plays and how and what his mark is at. So
Let me
it's gonna be a tough situation we're headed to
let me
right
ask
now.
y'all a question.
I do think that we shouldn't go crazy and trade half the team for Donovan Mitchell. So let's just see how it goes
Nah, I
though.
don't know about that. Nah, yeah, and just real quick, bro. I mean, when it comes to just big man, honestly, I mean, I feel like they. I mean, just talking about the modern NBA. I mean, do you really? I mean, do you really need some 7 foot dude that can barely? I mean, yeah, 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 Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, he's very good on defense. That I'll give him. But I mean, honestly, those are replaceable. Like those. I mean, we could find big. You can find big man anywhere. I mean, honestly, with the modern NBA, you got to be quick. Usually a lot of the big men are way more athletic, and so I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, I just feel like honestly, with big men, we can find, we can find a big man out there to go ahead and plug into our team right away. So,
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just my feeling on it. Like I
I
feel
do
like Mitchell
agree,
Robinson is replaceable.
and I'm not a fan. That's another thing too. I'm not a fan of drafting bigs so early in the draft. I'm more of the type to get the best wing or best guard. It's a lot of wings in this draft. But if Mitchell Robinson leaves, we need some type of prospect, some type of guy that has high potential that could help us. Maybe not today, but could help us tomorrow. And I think we don't have that. Besides Sims, but Sims at the end of the day, his
Just
ceiling is
raw.
is only up so high. It could only go up so high. He's a second round pick. There's not so much to like. We didn't pick him to think that he was gonna be a Shaq
Yeah,
or
for sure.
maybe a DeAndre Jordan type of player. That's the type of that's the ceiling I would put on him. But yeah, man, let's see, man. This draft is gonna be interesting. I'm trusting the front office to hit another home run like they've been doing with these picks. And and let's see, man. Mitchell Robinson, I'm sorry, but it seems like your days might be numbered, man.
Wow. So everybody's is ready to get Mitch out of here except State. State he wants Mitch back, but he wants Mitch back with 30
Word.
gone. But that's
Well, the thing is, that's another thing too. We need at least either the power forward or the center to kind of space out the floor.
yeah,
And we don't have that. If we
at
want
all.
RJ to be at his best, we need some spacing for him, man. We can't have him just shooting threes all day or just sitting in the corner. Because at the same time, like that's not his style of play. He needs an open floor. He's gonna man people up in the middle. Whoever's guarding him, he's gonna take him to the rack and finish in the hoop. Yeah, he's gonna hit his shots, of course, but we need some spacing. And by having Randall and Mitch in the paint, there's not gonna be enough space for my man RJ to do his thing. So is one of those things where we're gonna have to decide whose head we gonna cut off. And Mitchell, because he's a free agent, unfortunately might end up being the guy that's just gonna make that decision easy for the front office.
All right, we'll see, man. May 30th is only 11 days away. Only 11 days away here. Quickly, let me run through who the Knicks have mocked in other places. The Ringer has the Knicks prospect AJ Griffin. State talked about him. He's a talent forward. He's one of the youngest players in the draft. Shot lights out from three this year, 45%, 80% from the line. He averaged 10.4 rebound. AJ Griffin from Duke forward. The Athletic has his Malik Bram, the guard, big freshman of the year. He averaged 13.7 points per game, and his numbers improved as the season went on, as he averaged 16 points and shot 47% from three in the Big Ten play.
Mm.
And we got a forward here from CBS Sport, Jeremy Shohan, big time guard. His ability to guard multiple positions, and he averaged 9.7 rebounds, 2 assists out there in college. So we definitely gonna deep dive on these prospects, and things are gonna be super interchangeable as we got meetings and one of those weird things that they take these players out to dinners and stuff like that. Actually, all type
Yeah.
of weird questions.
Not in the
And
combine here too. We'll see their verticals. We'll see, all
yeah, I
that,
mean, I think
all that
Grimes
good
was
stuff.
really stuck out in the combine, and he's a New York Knick now.
Hmm.
So we continuously monitor all these things. But let's get into a little trading right here, man. Trade is Zebo mentioned he's definitely monitoring the Jalen Brunson. He's a free agent. Um, we'll see what happens there. And we got Donovan Mitchell.
Y'all like him?
Yeah, I like
Brunson,
him.
nah, he's good. He's good.
He mid. He
He's
alright.
mid.
Nah, I think he's pretty. I think he's definitely a player that has surprised a lot of people. He's pretty much the second guy on that team, and it's not like he's creating a lot of shots. I mean, he's creating a lot of shots, but at the same time, a lot of the focus is on Lucas, so it does make it a lot easier. But the guy knows how to win. He makes winning plays. I don't see him making dumb decisions with the ball in his hands. He surprisingly for his short size, he's still pretty strong. Gets boards, has a knack for finding the ball and finding the open man. So I'm not opposed to it. The thing is that for now, for that type of player, we're gonna have to pay over 20 some million.
That's the
And
problem. Yeah,
I mean, Lonzo Ball, it comes up with guys like that I'm like, damn, these guys got paid 20 mil. We could have committed that money to guys like that, but then Lonzo Ball got hurt, and we see that situation. It's like, oh man, but I don't think that the Knicks, unless we clear up some cap, he's not gonna fit. That 20 mil is not there for us to just sign him. There has to be some type of movement to happen. So it's one of those things by addition by subtraction. Like who, if we sign him, then who are we gonna trade or who are we gonna, you know, let go on the team? He is good though. I don't mind him.
No, yeah, he's very talented. To be honest, I just don't see Dallas letting him go. I mean, they can't improve their team any other way, and the only negative would be the luxury tax, which you're talking about. Mark Cuban, one of the richest men in the world. He's getting a taste in the Western Conference Finals. Um, I just don't see him going anywhere. That 20 million, whatever he wants to get paid, he gonna get paid, and
Dallas.
that's for sure. What about you, Stay? What you thinking?
Repeat that. My fault.
What you thinking about Jalen Brunson?
Jalen Brunson, he's so mid. Like we gotta do better, yo. We gotta like up our stand. Don't get me wrong though. He can help us win, but if that can't be the best thing Leon Rose has presented me in 3 years. Leon Rose has been very conservative the past 2 years. You resign Randall Burks, Nerlens, and you sign Evan Fournier. And the year before that, I don't even Portis and those guys. So it's like, when is he going to give me something of value? Jalen Brunson would be cool, but what does the rest of the team look like?
Yeah,
And do you like how do you get Brunson here? Because Dallas said that they're not doing no signing trades. So
we will have to clear out
that's
space. It'll be tough.
yeah,
It'll be tough. But
tough.
what kind of players are you looking for? Let's put a hypothetical names out there. Who do you think Julius Randle could fetch the Knicks? Like, what kind of players do you think they could get for him? Think about it.
I don't know. That's,
That's
hold
the
on, hold on. What
thing.
you
You gotta
asked? You
think
asked.
really hard,
Hold
man.
on.
You
What you
might, you
asked?
might.
What is Julius Randle trade value right now? Like, what do you
Oh,
think the Knicks could get for him? Because the seventh overall pick and keeping the 11th. To be honest, I highly doubt it. I feel like Portland they can find somebody else better. You feel me? Like
who like who?
You see this? You see this would be the
I mean,
perfect time right now to
they can
finesse the
look at the
pick, right?
Bulls. They can do something with the Bulls as far as sign and trade for Zach LaVine. He's a free agent. If you don't want to be there, that'd be a cool backcourt that they got going
That
on.
moves the needle right
Yeah,
there.
that's the same thing. What they play no defense. What are they doing? They gotta these dudes be. Y'all
But
see
it's crazy
Boston
that you mentioned that though, because
in the
like that's
Warriors,
the
man.
thing too though. I think the players they're gonna bring this year, they gonna bring like Thibodeau type of dudes, and yeah, and now he's right though. Like they don't play D, so I don't even think Zach Levine would be an option because I don't even know if that's a tip type of dude. Like
No, I'm saying for Portland.
For
I'm saying
Portland, Portland.
Portland moving the seventh seed. They could target somebody like Zach LaVine or somebody, Julius Randle. I'm not sure if Portland is moving the seventh seed, the seventh draft pick to the Knicks for Julius Randle. And the 11th,
now,
that's just too much. That's just way too much to move up, what, three spots? And this draft, whoever you like at seven might be there at 11. So what do we? If we're gonna give a Julius Randle, we have to get some type of value back, at least a pick later on or something to use later on. We can't just give Julius Randle because we all hate him and we all hate his energy and we want Obi Toppin to play. Obviously, we all excited about that. But let me state, you want to get 30 out here at all costs, but give me something of value. What do you think Julius Randle could fetch the New York Knicks right
Probably, probably the seventh pick. It depends. You gotta look at the teams, bro. You gotta look at the teams. Like who could use them? The Spurs could use them. That's the ninth overall pick. Um, you just gotta get something of value. Um I look at what you call it. Damn, oh, he just blew mine. Damn.
Man is on the clock. You gotta remember, Stay
Vujacic.
is on the clock.
I look at Vujacic in the trade. Vooch netted Orlando Magic. What's this guy name? Wendell Carter Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on,
Something like that. Okay,
Yeah, I
Wendell
mean
Carter
that's
Jr.
the and the
What's
that's
draft pick.
ideal.
and
That's
Franz
ideal.
Wagner. That's who it was. So it was Franz Wagner and Wendell Carter Jr. And yeah, that's the type of trade package I would want. So that's why I said like you could probably give up Randall and you could
Mhm.
probably get the seventh pick without giving up the 11th pick. But it depends on how because Dame ain't waiting for no damn seventh pick to develop. I don't care what nobody say.
Nah, especially Simmons is on the rise too. You mentioned Dame, 32 years old, so Portland definitely gonna try to win now for sure. But
Mhm. But I don't think Julius Randle and Lillard's gonna scare anybody in
nah,
that
yeah.
Western Conference.
And I
I
think
Tell
that's
you
just
my
that.
thing too, though. What's Julius Randle's reputation around the league? Like he's some emotional, high volume type of dude that don't really like. You don't
But
really
don't
clean
you
like. He a
Zebo,
dude
real
like.
quick, don't look at him in the lens of a Nick. Look at him in the lens of a trail. Like, how would he fit in that locker room when
Yeah,
he
yeah,
don't have to be the leader? You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
That's
Our
very
locker
That
true.
is a
room,
fact.
he
And
like
out of New York too, out of the Garden, where the fans is heckling him every day, every night, attacking him, coming at him on Twitter, on social media, letting him know, who he is and whatnot, like questioning his character. He's gonna be in peace in wine land up in Portland, drinking some wine. Next, investing in a vineyard. Hey, there's a lot of opportunities out there in Portland, so I definitely hear that. You're actually right, Steve. We definitely got to see it from a non-Knicks fan perspective. The guy could play. The guy could play. If he's a
Okay.
24-10 power forward in this league, was an all-star, was a all NBA a season ago. Like the guy's not far removed from his peak. Now, can he do it again? I think he could do it again with a true number one in Damian Lillard, where he's gonna open up the court for him, make it easy on him. He's not gonna get double teamed day in and out, day in every game. He's gonna have Damian Lillard to pretty much take the load off of his back and make it easy for him every game. Like I actually do see it working. It's just I don't think that's enough
Man, my only
I
thing
don't
is,
think I don't think a swap for Randall for the seventh pick is gonna be enough.
And Tibbs
yeah, I
don't
just
play
don't want to get
rookies, yes,
finesse,
sir.
bro. I just don't want to get finesse because they honestly, bro, they got to throw Anthony
Oh
Davis
God, they
as
gonna
the
hang
fifth.
up the phone
Nah,
on you
nah,
as soon as
nah.
you
I mean,
said
I don't
something.
think this is the thing. I don't think we get finesse because at the same time, it just opens up the opportunity for Obi Toppin and get those minutes. And I think based on what we saw to end the season, we just saw that Obi Toppin just needs the minutes. That's gonna build so much confidence in him. And we need he kind of plays that modern style of game where he's gonna
Running.
spread the floor out for everybody. He could shoot the three, maybe not as efficient as we probably all would like, but he's still shooting them. And the more he's gonna shoot them, especially at that
He'll
rate that
get
he was
better.
shooting at towards the end of the season, that man was getting 10 threes a game.
Nah, yeah,
Eight
he'll
to
get
10 threes
better.
a game at that volume, bro. He's gonna build that confidence and bro, who knows? 24 and 9, that's a regular stat line for him, honestly, the way I see it.
Nah, that's a fact. I think he's gonna definitely get better.
Let me give y'all this trade scenario I saw on Twitter. They say Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks. The Knicks give up quickly the 11th pick, next year's Dallas pick, next year's 24 pick,
Jesus.
and Quinn Grimes.
You serious?
So that's a trade that a lot of people were fighting over on Twitter. I honestly think,
That's
like,
what
are
I'm. That's what I'm missing right now.
yeah, bro, stay away. Come,
I mean, really? That's
come.
the. That's the. That,
The trade machine is running rampant right now on
First of
Twitter.
all, I don't think. First of all, I don't think Danny Age is gonna have all that. First of all, he's gonna want RJ Barrett in that trade. Like
For
regardless
sure.
of whatever trade
But
is gonna be.
this trade in particular, are you doing this trade?
Mm-mm.
I mean,
hell no.
That's a no all across the board. What you
No,
thinking,
all
Triple M?
across
What you
the
thinking?
board. I mean, bro, he has not really taken his team next level, and we're gonna give up all these pieces. I mean, we're gonna give up basically letting him go a lot of assets. The 11th pick this year, next year's Dallas pick, which might be high, but it's an asset. First round picks are asset, and next year's 24 pick. I mean, after you saw what happened to the Lakers this year, the super team that they created and didn't make the playoffs. I don't know why people are throwing first round picks like there's some kind of throwing on trades. I mean, first round picks hold a lot of value in this league. I mean, look how messed up the Rockets might be. They gave up first rounders in different trades and down the line, or the Clippers, or all these teams, man. I liked what the Knicks were doing, holding these first round picks, waiting to make a splash when needed. I mean, they have it. They have a lot of assets right now. So that trade, man, stay.
So
You're
it's
not
not
missing nothing
that's
on.
not a splash that's needed right now.
Yeah, not right now. Not right now. Let me
All
get
right.
you a last question here, real quick. Blames. I'll do Blames on Twitter. He said, "Bring Porzingis back." How y'all feel about bringing Porzingis back into the Garden? If it means trading Randall, what about that?
If it means trading Randall and Mitch leaves, I mean, damn, that's tough. I would
Damn.
consider it if it's at a bargain, but not no max contract that he probably thinks he's gonna deserve. But
Nah, I
I
mean he's
think
still
he
getting
was he.
30 mil for 3 seasons, I believe.
Oh nah, no. No, that kid,
No
man,
across the
his
board
injuries,
again.
he's not over his injuries yet, and I think he'll never get over it. He's too big. Those a big man with knee problems, back problems, that you live with those, man. You can't get over that.
nah, yeah, bringing another dude with an attitude and he's injury prone. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm
And
good
you know
on
he's
that.
coming. He come back with his brother too. That his brother
Oh
likes
nah.
to
Is
put
that
a
no
little chatty
against
patty in the
across the
background.
board again? State. What do you say about Porzingis back if it means getting rid of 30?
Yeah, nah, hell no.
Ah.
Hell no. Nah, it depends. It depends. Once a Nick, always a Nick.
Oh, the slogan rings true here. The slogan rings true here. Once a Nick, always a Nick, man. It's
He ain't
Is the
going.
only exception Randall?
Nah, Randy just gotta leave now. If he wants to come back, then yeah. But Randy,
I
listen,
hear that.
man.
I hear
It's
that.
I saw Ian Begley say this. It's tough right now. We're looking. It's tough. But it's not doom and gloom. You know, the Knicks have assets. They have good players. Now, is this the coach to lead these young players? State says no, and Juan is in the fence, and ZBO says no as well. It remains to be seen, but he's going to be here.
Yeah.
So besides the coach, if we're just not thinking coach, let's just think players on this roster right now. Listen, the Knicks need a lot of fixing around the edges and internally. What are they going to do with this starting lineup? I mean, we look at this draft. The Knicks cannot be picky. If the best player available is a center, you pick up that center. You know what I mean? They're still picking up talent. RJ Barrett, he can't do it on his own. He's still young and growing. And we really excited to see year 4 RJ Barrett, but it's going to be a great journey that we're going to see. And State mentioned this earlier. The front office has been way too conservative for me. I mean, I need them to get a little spicy. I need this team to try to take a risk, be aggressive, man. I mean, I don't want little singles of signing Alec Burks back or Nerlens Noel's back. I need you to be aggressive. I need you to test the waters out there and put these players to rest, put these plays in play already. It's year 3 for this front office, so I'm definitely putting the pressure on this front office. They've been one of the best front offices in recent memories, and that's saying a lot for this New York Knicks team. So that's my thoughts right here. What y'all thinking, fellas? Here as we wind down.
Well, we got 8 guys under 24 on this team, and then we got a couple vets that are still hanging around.
Who the 4 you love the most?
What happened?
Who the 4 you love the most?
In order.
Vets?
No, I'm saying
the 4 young guys.
Yeah, like realistically, because
RJ,
usually young cores.
In order. We need to hear it in order.
Obi, Quick, and Grimes.
So no Reddish. Interesting.
I didn't see enough of Reddish last year, unfortunately, because of and honestly, even when he was on the Hawks, I didn't see good things either. Maybe it was a bad situation. Maybe the focus wasn't. Maybe he was like the last. No, they weren't really catering to him, to bring out the best in him. But I didn't see that here in New York, and it's the same. It's almost the same situation, honestly. But
for me, yeah, I agree too.
I still wouldn't put him in my top 4 yet.
I agree as far as around the league. You look at what the Knicks gave up for Cam Reddish, and you think about it. Anybody could have had Cam Reddish at that price. You traded a back end player in Kevin Knox, who, say what you want, if you think he has value, if you think he has potential, okay, I'll give you that. But who knows, his contract is up this year. Let's see what the Hawks give him. And a heavily, heavily protected first round pick. Look, it didn't convey this year. It might not convey next year because I believe it's top 16. And then after that, it becomes 2 second rounders. So anybody could have had Cam Reddish at that point. So if he's in my top 4 young guys, I would agree that he is not either, because I know a lot of people love him, and he does things that nobody could do on this roster as far as getting to the basket, silky, smooth. But we just have not seen enough of Cam Reddish, man, to put him over like somebody like Obi, who we seen go crazy towards the end of the season. Quickly, we all love Quickly.
Isn't this his last year of his extension right now?
Yep.
He's on RJ's timeline, so
yeah, he's on RJ.
So you telling me we gotta? So you telling me we gotta make a decision right now whether we gotta pay him right now?
Nah, not right now.
Contract extension, just contract extension. But
who?
On Cam Reddish.
Cam Reddish.
Cam Reddish. Yeah, Cam Reddish is on RJ's timeline. Cam Reddish is up due for a contract this summer, as well as
but the Knicks could kick it back to next summer. He'll just become a restricted free agent.
Yeah, exactly.
I would do that as well.
I would wait. Let him test it out. Let him. He got to better himself too. We can't just throw money at him without knowing what the market is either.
Yeah, but the Knicks threw money at Randall, so
it always comes back to Julius Randle. But Stay, you have Cam Reddish on your top 4?
Hell yeah, I do.
So what's your 4? Is it the same minus Grimes?
When I look at the Celtics, who's stomping Miami Heat out right now, because that's what they're gonna have to get past, right? They got multiple wings and they got multiple guards who can actually guard the basketball. Mm-hmm. So we gonna have to make a decision, man. We're gonna have to make a decision. I don't know. Like, help me out here. Like, who? Like, Reddish, RJ, Obi, Grimes.
You didn't mention Quickly. Not on your top 4.
Nah, he's not on my top 4. I'm looking at the Celtics right now, and you need wings to beat those guys, man. You can't beat those guys with just guards. You need wings. Wings is going to be important. That's
That's
the
a
reason why I
fact.
want us to draft another wing. We're gonna have to keep getting wings until we just winged out.
Nah, I
Bro,
mean that's the modern. It's true. That's the modern NBA
Wing
though.
them out. Wing them
Celtics got a
out.
point guard. I mean, somebody know Marcus Smart a point guard, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even
Yeah,
know.
He by default, by default.
I mean,
But
I
he's
mean,
not
they
a true
actually
guard.
did start excelling once they traded Dennis Schroeder to the Rockets. To be honest,
Yeah.
so
When you got guys like Tatum and Brown, you're gonna get some assists.
So
But
that's why you gotta get some more wings. That's
mhm.
why
Zibo, that was a good question. Who's in your top four?
Reddish, RJ,
RJ.
Grimes, Obi.
Yeah, Obi, RJ. I ain't gonna lie, I'm big on quickly, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm still.
That's respect.
Yeah, Obi, RJ, quickly, and yeah, I'll throw Grimes. I like Grimes. He did his
Yeah,
thing. I ain't
bro.
gonna lie. He's actually good on the. Actually, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Marcus Smart. Not as I mean, he not he ain't as spicy as as Marcus Smart, but he get on on the defensive end though.
I mean, he's young though. He's young, but Marcus Smart came into the league with that fire, though. I ain't
And
gonna
he
lie.
green.
He came in with that chipness from early. You
But as
seen it.
far as the attributes though, like as far as not necessarily, because again, he's not necessarily he ain't a point guard, but
I mean, they
he
said
does
he
play
played a lot
D.
of point guard in high school, to be honest. And
Grimes?
yeah,
Oh,
but I haven't seen it translate into the NBA or into the in that first year, in his years in Houston.
college.
So we'll see, man. It's a lot of questions here, but let's go around the horn, man, and give some final thoughts here as we wait out this process, man. We gotta start doing our research on these draft prospects, brothers. You know, we gotta
Hmm.
come back. We gotta come with energy, and we gotta see what the Knicks to do and be on top of it. But give us some final thoughts, Zebo. Give us a final thought. We'll start with you.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just, I honestly, bro, I feel the same mistake, bro. I would like to see a splash, but it just the way the team is running right now, bro, and honestly, bro, the way Leon Rose be ducking, man, I just don't know. I just don't know what's gonna happen. I just really don't know.
Do you
So
trust this front office?
no, not right
Okay,
now.
you don't
Nah,
trust.
man, I don't like them. I don't like them ducking, man. I don't like. I just don't know what they're gonna do. So I
Okay,
mean, at this point, I'm just to the point where I just gotta stay patient, man. I've been dealing, honestly, bro. I've been dealing with this for like 20 years, bro. I have no choice but to stay patient. Like it just is. It just honestly is what it is, bro. So what I mean, what I'm gonna do, man? Like,
yeah, man. Nothing you
I
can
mean, at
do.
this point, all we can do right now is just hold it down. I mean, if Donovan Mitchell is, I don't even see that he is an option because I mean, the All Star game is in Utah. I don't think that they're
Man,
gonna go ahead and let him go. During that time, I know they are big on letting one of either Rudy Gobert or him go, but I think it's more Rudy Gobert that's probably gonna go initially. So I mean,
it's
if
gonna be hard to
Donovan
move
Mitchell
that
is an option,
contract.
that's probably gonna be for next year. I
Nah,
don't think it's gonna be for now.
I don't think it'll be that tough, bro. There's a lot of teams that need a center like that. I mean, can name a few: Brooklyn
He makes
Hornets,
$50 million though. That's
Brooklyn
tough.
I'm coming to
Hornets,
six.
especially the Hornets.
Yeah,
There's teams out there, bro. There's teams
but
that will
50
that will
million.
make the swing. The Celtics is another team. There's
Yeah,
teams that will
Yeah, you
take a
throwing
swing
teams
at it.
out. You throwing teams out there, but 50 million. That's a tough trade to make. That's a
I
tough
mean,
trade. You got to throw a lot of salary there to match it.
he's the Jazz got enough. The Jazz got. I mean, the Hornets got enough. I already made, bro. I've been messing with the trade machine.
Oh God.
I've even been building other teams over here, bro. But I do see the Hornets, bro. The Hornets got and this is a connection. Just to throw it out there, Danny Ainge is back in Utah. Danny Ainge was the guy that signed Gordon Hayward to the Celtics. He probably I could see a little. Gordon
That's
Hayward
only
making like
30
35
mil.
mil, and they just add somebody else to that with some young pieces, James Bucknight, and maybe a pick. That's a deal right there, bro. Like it's
they was talking
possible.
about him going to the Warriors too.
It's
The Warriors might
possible.
like
Like
him too.
there's teams that can't do it, man. We done seen Russell Westbrook get traded 3 times, and that's been like the worst contract, and he somehow still in the league hasn't been bought out yet. Like
Yeah,
You know,
man. We'll
so
see, bro. We'll
who
see.
I mean,
State.
we've been seeing the rumors too. That's another guy that apparently they've been throwing to the Knicks, man. But we can't
No, we're
throw.
not going into that one. Hell no,
We're
we're
not
not
going
talking
down that
about that.
rabbit
Russell
hole.
Westbrook.
No, we're not going down. We're not even. We're not going down there, fellas. We're
Yo,
not.
yo, bro, I be
We're not
getting
doing
tight
it.
when I
We're
be
not
hearing
doing
that.
it.
Yeah. But just something, my closing statement, man. I would say you can never have enough wings.
Bring them
Let's get
out.
some more wings onto this team, man. We could find a way to get Randall off this team. Let's do it. And if we get rid of maybe one or two vets, Tibbs has no choice but to play the young guys. So hey, by all means, man, let's get these guys out of here.
And when you
Uh,
get and when you talking about get rid of vets, you talking about Noel, right? Because
oh,
I definitely
Noel
don't want him.
Burks.
No, Bert.
Honestly, at this point too, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of like bought into the idea of trading Derrick Rose too, man. I think
Ooh.
he's older now. We need some availability is the best ability, and Derrick Rose is already at the age, man, that as much as he's helped out this team and turned the franchise, he brought the life back to
And I
New
don't
York
know. I
Knicks.
like my
I
OG
think we
though.
gotta we gotta we gotta look and see what we could get for him because at the same time, bro, like his best days up behind him, and he's a guy that he leads by example and he leads when he's on the court. And if he's not on the court, he's not really a leader. He's not that vocal leader that we need on this team either. So I'm okay with moving on.
Yeah, I don't know. I like my OG. I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, I feel like he can be. I feel
I
like he could be
just
like a Kevin Love type of dude.
I
Like,
just seen this on Twitter, man. I know State is gonna love this real quick. We go. Donovan Mitchell was on live right now, right? And guess the real Mo Bamba said, "Come home, bro, to the Knicks." Woo!
Oh, hey,
State
that's a
been
that's a guy
pushing
though.
Mo
That's a guy that I would
Bamba.
like
yo, he
though.
on the market
What
too
about
though.
Mo
Free
Bamba
agent.
and Donovan Mitchell coming to the Knicks? Oh my gosh.
Mo Bamba, free agent.
Harlem's own, man.
Not
Telling
gonna
y'all,
lie.
man, Mitch Walk, Obama can step right in that starting center
Yeah,
position,
Ooh,
man.
And he can stretch that
and he can
he
floor.
can
shoot
stretch
too
that
though.
floor, bro, for real.
The
I'm
Magic, yo,
telling
the
y'all,
Magic got the fourth. The Magic got the first overall pick, man. I mean,
Nah, they letting him go.
No,
He's
yeah,
not
they
gonna
don't
be
need
there.
him.
They're gonna
They
pick
don't
up.
need him. We need
they
him.
I,
looking at Shet or they looking at Jabari Smith. I mean, the forward, the center, they could go and they got Wendell Carter already.
Nah, yeah, they're gonna pick up Sean Bradley.
I've been the Obama talk. I've been saying, man.
Yo,
Yo,
yo, I'm not gonna lie. Stay big had the crystal ball.
yo,
And
nah,
it's
yeah, I had
everything's
to
all coming.
apologize.
It's all coming together. Colin
I had to
Sexton, a free agent.
apologize, bro, because I
Colin
was
Sexton, a
shitting
free
on my
agent.
boy.
Mo Bamba, a free agent.
I don't know how
Man.
we became friends after we used to argue for hours on Twitter. And bro, I was wrong, man. I was wrong. This man just was right about things, bro. But stay, give us some final words, man. The Twitter, the family misses you on Twitter, brother.
They'll be all right, man. Glad speaking with you guys. Looking up draft prospects while we're talking, and I'm doing notes while we're talking just to keep the information alive. I'll be back on Twitter. First game of summer league, so summer league for the Knicks. So, you know, it's I don't call it a setback. I don't really care for that. All I care about is my Knicks, and people can still hit me up. I still got an Instagram. It's not like you can't find me. So, shout outs to you guys. I appreciate y'all bringing me on y'all platform and gracing y'all with my presence tonight. Wow,
Yo, facts. Yo, and real quick, bro. Shout out to State for taking care of the patients and taking care of the fans and taking care of the fans too. For real, man.
My man State does it all. The patients, the family,
For
everywhere. My
real, man.
boys
Taking care of the
everywhere. My
fans with
boy.
this episode, taking care of the patients at the same time, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, shout out to essential workers. Yeah, we cooking something up. State definitely gonna tap in with us on something pretty dope that me and Don Juan about to do. So stay tuned for that, man, for sure.
Sure.
And Don Juan, what's some final thoughts here? Last words to get out of here.
Hey, fellas, summertime coming. Be safe out here, man. These streets in New York are getting crazy. It's getting warm. Make sure to stay safe. Be aware of your surroundings. But nonetheless, shout out to my guys out there and off the ball network, always holding it down, man. Always putting out great content, great stuff, man. Try to, if you can, go to the website and just play around with it, man. Check out the new work the new stuff that our guys are working with out there, and we're about to bring out some new stuff too.
So
Triple M kind of hinted on it. We about to surprise you with some good content, man. So I can't wait for you guys to look at it and let us know how y'all feel too about our show today. Leave us some comments. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're doing a giveaway at 100 subs, so run them numbers up. Make sure to like the video, and you already know what it is, man. It's Don Juan out here signing out.
Yes, sir. You already know, Don Juan. Thank you for our guest state. Brought a lot of energy. Of course, 6 man of the year, ZBO, always holding it down, man. We really appreciate it. Yeah, you already know the vibes. We are back. It took us a while, but we officially back on. And let's see what these New York Knicks do. We're gonna be definitely commenting, and as Don Juan said, leave a comment and see what you guys do. You already know the vibes. Triple M signing up. Knicks fans wilding.